All right, so I've got a new shaft to try in the Cobra LTD XLS that I've really been liking the head. I want to find a shaft that will be sort of likely the gamer shaft for the year with this head. Something that plays at 45 inches, something that is a good balance of distance and accuracy. So Fujikura was nice enough to send me their new Ventus TR, very handsome, very nice looking shaft. The brief, easy breakdown of it, it's not complicated. They've done a good job positioning it. It's stiffer in profile than the blue, and it's not quite as stiff in profile as the black. Now, there's gonna be subtle differences in there that are a little more complicated than what I'm saying, but for our purposes, if you're a guy who tested the blue like I was, liked a lot of things about it, but maybe found it just a little bit loose for you, or a little bit kind of variant with the strike pattern, the TR is probably a good fit. And if you're also like me where the black produced some great results, but at times just felt like a lot of labor to swing the thing, kind of had to go at it full to get the most out of it, or maybe found it too low spin, the TR is gonna fill that gap. So what I wanna do today is I've hit a lot of balls in my testing career with Ventus Blue and Ventus Black. I just wanna test this TR on its own, see how it feels, see what kind of ball flight it produces, and ultimately see if that's the shaft that I'm going to play in the LTD this year, which will probably end up being what my driver is for the season. Good opening swing. Ooh, it's a great ball flight. So a little bit of a fade, which I love. Pretty good strike, just a little low center, tons of ball speed, which I wouldn't have expected right out of the gate. Launch 12, spin 2300. Path is pretty neutral. Pretty similar, but I actually turned that one over a bit. So that spin's gonna come down, which is nice. Carry a bit further. And I think I got the strike a little bit higher in the face. Exactly, so a few millimeters higher, a little bit more towards the toe. Drop that spin down about 400 RPMs. Ball speed was still good. A little more carry and finished distance, but again, two really, really good drives to start. Without sounding too cliched, it's feeling exactly the way it probably should. It feels stiffer than the blue profile for sure, overall, especially in the handle. And it's definitely feeling a little bit more kick down by the ball than the black would feel. The black just feels very sort of, just not a lot of movement to the shaft independent of the swing. So hit that one hard too. A little bit of a flatter flight there. Check these numbers out. Yeah, a really good strike again. Just the launch angle came down a bit, probably just from the strike height, but kept the spin low. Ball speed is still really high. Boy, might have ourselves a winner here. Just 4 in a row of the best drives I've hit in quite some time. What I'm shocked by is the amount of club and ball speed that are coming out of this when I'm not trying to hammer these. So this is a 45-inch shaft, nothing over length, not my long drive mode that the Autoflex is. Tons of ball speed. The strikes are very consistent, maybe a little low of center, but I don't mind that. I'd prefer to miss just low of center for accuracy anyway. Okay, pretty good. That's probably going to be the miss. That's just me getting a little bit loopy with it. Strike got a little towards the toe and I got a little in to out. That's okay. I mean, it's a pretty serviceable miss. Probably 25 yards right, would probably be in the right rough of most holes, but still looking at how good that ball speed is. Yeah, much better. And that's just a good miss. So I hit that very low in the face. Probably at least 10 millimeters low. 14 millimeters low, 5 mil in the heel to still get 174 miles an hour ball speed. So obviously launch angle's low, spin is a little bit higher, but you're still talking about a drive that was badly missed that flew 300 yards almost. That one felt really good, probably one of the best so far. Just finding it really easy to get good ball speed out of this shaft. I don't feel like I have to swing super hard, and I'm getting these really perfect driver numbers over and over again, and the strikes are in a good spot. That one too. Those last two are very, very similar. I mean, I can see really getting into autopilot with this shaft. It just feels great. Gives me the confidence in how stable the black was to not hit hooks, but it also lets me kind of go after it a bit with some kick that the blue had. 10 shots at what I would consider, on-course speed, not trying to go after it too hard. These numbers are basically perfect. That ball speed is as high as I've seen kind of a game speed ball speed in a while. Launch angle is perfect. Again, the spin's perfect. If it was a couple hundred RPMs more, which most of the shots were, I'd be ecstatic with it. And I like that it keeps my path and angle of attack in a reasonable window. 3 and 4 for me, I'm quite happy with. Why don't I make a few silly swings with this just to wrap up? Because I think this is as close to a gamer driver as I've had all year, and I think this might be the one I play. So a couple silly swings to finish up. It's a good start. Low strike, so it's not going to be one of the longest. Let's hit a little better, higher in the face, higher launch, lower spin. That one's rocking. It was well hit as well. 77 ball speed, starting to get up there a bit with this combo. It's the fastest ball speed of the day. It's hammered. 76 ball speed. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one to finish with. 178. Well, I'm happy with that. Let's see what the silly swings added up to then. That was quick. That one was really quick. Woo! So you can see the silly swings, obviously a little bit more yardage, especially in the carry, a little bit more horsepower in the ball speed, and I did have the personal best of today at 178. So there's more in it, but the question is, is it really worth swinging super, super hard over time when the Ventus TR at, a game speed was giving me almost the same results? So that's really a compliment to the shaft. I think it holds up super well when I start to swing hard, and it gives me tons of energy delivery when I want to swing smooth, still getting basically most of the distance that I would expect, even if I swung harder. So I don't think I have anything negative to say about this shaft. It's exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. Originally, Cobra sent me a Ventus Black in this. I liked the driver, but I wasn't striking it quite as well. You can see how much better I was striking this TR. So I was a little bit on the fence about the head until this session, and now I really feel like I'm going to start the season with this driver and this shaft in there. I just think from an easy-to-use combination that's very straight, very forgiving, and can let me hit some bombs out there when I swing at one. I just haven't seen anything do quite this good a job so far yet in 2022.